welcome on the Bible Diet channel. Today we're going to show you 4 fall sweet treats that we love and that we are sure you will love too. So first we'll show you a recipe that Noah made, which is a sweet potato waffle, and it was so yummy. Then we'll show you Nelson's recipe, which are caramelized apple muffins, and it was one of the best muffins we had. And my husband made...
You tell me.
So
pumpkin spice latte.
That's right.
Yeah, pumpkin spice latte without coffee, and we will show you several substitutes to replace coffee. And I will show you at the end, so stay tuned until the end, tarte Bardaloue. So that's a French pie recipe, and basically it's like a pear almond pie. So stay until the end. So before we get started, we wanted to let you know why we love fall. It's one of our favorite seasons. We really like these seasons, and there are several reasons why. So Nelson, you want to say why you like fall?
I like fall because they have seasonal foods like sweet potato and pumpkins and like squash and stuff. So
Apples
and apples and pears. That's why I like fall.
Yeah. So why do you like fall, Noah?
Because you can take walks and you can do stuff outside, and I like because the leaves are nice.
Yeah, maybe so. Nice and crispy. It's nice to jump in them, right?
Yeah.
Why do you like fall?
Well, I like fall because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just the right temperature to be outside and enjoy the beautiful fall foliage with the trees and the suns of the colors. And I like fall because the weather starts to get cold, and as it gets more cold, you start to spend more time with your family. It's a more cozy season.
Yeah, that's right. And I like fall because the beautiful colors, the green, the yellow, the orange, the red is so beautiful. And like my husband said, it's a comforting season. And it's after summer. Summer is kind of busy, you know, with the garden and with things to do also. And fall is a bit more, it's when you relax a little bit more. So it's very nice. And like my children say, I like the seasonal food and the walks in the parks. It's such a beautiful season. And something also we wanted to share about fall, how it has a spiritual lesson as well.
Well, it does have a spiritual lesson because Solomon talks about it in the Bible. You know, the Bible says, for everything there's a time and a season. And as we see in fall, we saw how the trees came in the spring, they shed their leaves, and in the summer they flourished. And then in the fall, they shed their leaves and they go to rest. So, you know, the same way how we saw that the trees shed their leaves and went to rest, it's the same way sometimes in our busy lives we should take time to rest and, you know, spend time together as a family, but more so spend time with God and to remember that God is our creator and to spend time more with Him and as a family. So it's a time, fall reminds us, as the Bible says, a time and a season for everything. So even in our lives, you should have a time and a season for everything.
That's right. We really have to get time to relax from the busyness of the world. So let's get started. We're going to show you all the recipes and stay until the end. We're going to tell you where you can find all the written recipes so that you can make them in your house.
Hello, this is Noah. Today we're going to make sweet potato waffles. First, let's mix up all the wet ingredients. Flax. Second, we're going to put some flax eggs. Third, we're going to put some oil. And for the last ingredients, we're going to put mashed sweet potatoes. Now we're going to mix up the wet ingredients together. Now we're going to mix up the dry ingredients. We add a little bit of stevia. to the oat flour. Now we're gonna add cinnamon to the oat flour and stevia. Now we're gonna add baking powder to the cinnamon and flour. Now we're gonna mix it all up together. Now we're gonna put the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. Now we're gonna all mix it up together. You wanna mix it all well so that it can't have no flour at the bottom. Let's check it has flour at the bottom. No flour at the bottom. Now we can start making our waffles, and we're gonna put them in our waffle maker. You will want to do that with the atom. It smells good.
What are you making today?
Sweet potato waffles. You would like to try after?
Yep. See ya.
Bye. Bye. But I'm afraid you're not going well.
Oh no, no, just need to cook.
Yeah, it's need to cook. That's how you're gonna get your waffles. Drizzle some maple syrup on that. That's good. And almond. This is how it looks when it comes out. Nice and crispy. You can eat it with maple syrup and almond butter, or maple syrup or peanut butter, or honey and peanut butter, or honey and almond butter, or honey and maple syrup. Or you can do all of them at the same time. Oh no, you can't. Nelson, the sweet potato waffles are ready. Do you want to try a piece?
Here's just a piece for you.
Oh, that's a piece. Whatever you eat or drink, do all to the glory of God. Bye. Hello, this is Nelson. Today we're gonna make apple vanilla muffins. So we're gonna put all the wet ingredients in the almond milk. You can use any milk, but we're just using almond milk. The oil first. I love when it does that. Then the lemon juice. And then the vanilla. So you can stir and let it sit for 10 minutes. And if you see if the oil don't mix with the milk, it's fine. And if you see bubbles, it's fine, because that's how it's supposed to be. So we're gonna put this to the side. Now we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients together. So first we're gonna add spelt flour. Then we're gonna add our stevia. Then our baking powder. Then our salt. Then we're gonna add our brown sugar. And then we mix it up together. Then we mix it. Now we can make a volcano. So now we can add our liquid ingredients to our dry ingredients. And we're gonna pour it in the volcano. Then we pour the volcano. So what are you doing?
I was making a volcano. Mixing up the dough together.
Just call me when it's done.
Yep.
Bye.
You want to mix it very, very thoroughly. My mom made some caramel apples, so we gotta put it in with the batter. And we're gonna keep some for the topping.
That smells good.
Now we're gonna add some oil to our muffin pan. Now we're gonna put our dough into our muffin tray. Makes it look clean.
Oh, that's so good.
Now we're gonna put the rest of the apples on top. Now my mom is gonna put this in the oven, but you'll need an adult to do this. The muffins are cooked, so we let it cool down, and now it's trying to taste. Noah, the muffins are done.
Okay.
Can I try? I'll try to go. Let's share, Noah. Right, let's try. Oh boy. Do you think the bigger piece? Bigger.
What a nice texture.
Listen. Very good. And remember, whatever you eat or drink or do it all to the glory of God. Bye.
Hi, how are you? This is Ray, and today we're gonna make a pumpkin spice latte. Why are we making pumpkin spice latte? Well, it's the fall season, and you know, pumpkins and spice and lattes and all that is the perfect time for a nice, refreshing drink. So these are my ingredients. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to make a pumpkin spice latte without coffee. So first we have some almond milk. So I'll throw a little bit of almond milk in my pot, about that much. Why I added just a little bit of milk first is because I can mix up all the ingredients well, so there'll be no lumps in it, and then I'll add the rest of my milk after. So back to the stevia. So I'm gonna add a little bit of stevia. Got that in there. Then we have maple syrup. I'm gonna add some maple syrup. I wanna make sure I get all the maple syrup that I can get out, because maple syrup is very delicious. Let's see, we got some drips. It's running, it's still going. Yeah. So you gotta have patience when you're cooking and making these things. And you do it for the pleasure too. You know, it's a nice chilly day outside, and everybody's just in a little bit of a quiet, sluggish, relaxed mode, so you take your time. There's no rush. So this is our pumpkin spice. This is what gives us that pumpkin spice flavor. So in this we have cinnamon, cardamom, and nutmeg, and some cloves as well. So we're gonna put this in here. Let's get that in there. This is my pumpkin puree. Let me make sure you get all of that in there. And like I said, when you're cooking, you make a pleasure out of it. You know, you just take your time and you enjoy. All right. This is vanilla extract. Actually, this vanilla extract, my wife made this vanilla extract. My wife is always experimenting with recipes and canning and making stuff. So she made this vanilla extract. It's very strong, smells very good. You don't want to put too much. So you just need to put a little bit, because like that much. All right, so we're gonna put some vanilla extract inside. This is very concentrated. And this is Catholics. So we don't drink coffee. I drink something called Cafix. It's a substitute for what, like coffee. It's very healthy and it's very to be honest, I can't remember what the thing that it's made from, but it's a substitute for coffee. It's called Cafix. I'll show you that after. So let me throw my Cafix in and then I'll show you this after. So I put the Cafix in and now we're gonna start whisking. We're gonna whisk it. And like I said, the reason why we put a little bit inside is because we want to get all the lumps out. So we whisking everything in here. You see how the pumpkin spice is floating on the top? So we gotta try and whisk that in so we get a nice neat mixture. But anyway, once you warm it up to get that warm drink, it will melt and it will be in the latte. So we're gonna mix it a little bit more. So you see, this is how it looks. And remember in the beginning I said I'm gonna add the other set of the milk after. So I'm gonna add the rest of the almond milk.
Don't want to waste some.
That's right. Don't want to waste anything. And we'll do a little bit more whisking. Make sure we get everything nice and mixed in. So that's our pumpkin spice latte. This has to go on the stove to be warmed up. And then after this, my family, my wife and children will be having a nice pumpkin spice latte on a beautiful, cool fall afternoon. Let me show you some substitutes. If you don't have Cafix, there's another thing called Roma. Roma we use as well. It's also the same as Cafix. It's a non-GMO vegan. It's roasted grain beverages. So these are roasted grain beverages. So there's Roma. This is the Cafix I like. It's an instant grain beverage. That's Cafix. I love Cafix. I drink Cafix almost every morning for breakfast. It's better than coffee. And then we have, I love Coffig. This is roasted fig. My wife loves to drink this. It has a very delicious taste, better than coffee. So you can try this as well in your pumpkin spice latte. So that's just the ingredients. We're gonna get this on the stove and get it nice and warm, and then you will see the result, the end after it's done. So I'm warming up the pumpkin spice latte on the stove. You don't want to make it too hot, you just want to make it nice and warm so you can enjoy a nice warm drink on a fall afternoon. So I'm just warming it up. So after we finish warming up our pumpkin spice on the stove, I just stirred it a little bit more. Now I'm going to put it in the glass. So we have these nice tall glasses that my wife bought. So we put it inside. A nice October drink. And then we have this is coconut milk whipped cream. It's non-dairy. All right. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of maple syrup on the top. Give it a little drizzle. So there you have it. Delicious pumpkin spice latte drink for the fall weather. Alright.
This is Autumnal and I'm gonna make a Pear almond delicious pie. So I first gonna make the dough. So I'm gonna need flour. So here I got spelt flour. And I got sea salt. And first I gotta mix up these dry ingredients together. Just like this. And now I'm gonna add my coconut oil. And I'm gonna take my my hands and I'm gonna start mixing this together. You can take the spoon if you want to, but I like to use my hands and it's fun. So make sure you have clean hands, and you can just take your hands and mix up everything together. To me, it's quicker and it mixes better than with the spoon. So you want some crumbs, you want everything to be well mixed up. And after that, we're gonna add some ice cold water. And we want ice cold water because I used coconut oil in my mixture, and you're gonna make the dough very nice and compact and easy to use in a pie. So for ice cold water, or you can have water and you put ice cube in it and you wait that they melt a little bit, or you can put some water in the freezer for like 10 minutes and you get your ice cold water. Alright, so you see I get some crumbs here. I get crumbs, so now I'm gonna put ice cold water little by little. Okay, so I got my dough ball, and now I'm gonna roll it and put it in a pie pan. So now I have my pie pan. So I gotta oil it. So the way I do it, I like to put some oil on a tissue and just oil it a little bit. I don't need to put too much oil. And like this, it won't stick. Alright, so now I can take my dough. So that's a lot of dough. I'm gonna cut it in half like this. And so you can roll it on the mats first if you like, or you can just right away put it in your pan and use your fingers and put your dough like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I got a little tool here, and I can use it to roll my dough right away in my pan. So this way I gain some time, and it's very useful. Okay, so now my dough is well put in my pan, and I can leave it like that, or I like to make a little design around to make it more beautiful, you know. So it's nice to have some beautiful foods. So you can just take your finger and kind of pinch the side a little bit. So now I have this remaining dough, so or I can keep it and put it in the freezer for our next recipe, or I can take it and after, when I put everything in my pie, I can make a nice decoration. So I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So before I put my dough in the oven, because I want to cook my dough a few minutes, 7 minutes, I'm gonna put some parchment paper here, and I have chickpeas, but you can use this. This helps to keep the dough flat in the pan, because if you don't put that, the dough gonna have bubbles and raise, and maybe the side gonna go on the middle, and yeah, you don't want that to happen. So that's it. And then we're gonna cook that 7 minutes in the oven, and after that I can put the filling in the dough. So now I'm gonna cut my pears. I got half pears in a can in 100% juice. You can buy fresh pears and cut them. It's great. It's just that to me it's quicker to buy the pears in a can. And also sometimes when you buy the fresh pears, if you don't cook them right away, they become brown. So that's why I choose this way. If you buy the pears in can, make sure they are in 100% juice and if possible organic. So I'm just gonna cut my pears this way so that I can make a beautiful decoration on my pie. You see, it has a moon shape. So while our dough is cooking in the oven, we're gonna start to make the filling for our pie. So I have almond flour, brown sugar, and it smells so good already, and spelt flour. And actually I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of stevia, of pure stevia, because I don't like to put too much sugar. So what I do, I add a little bit of pure stevia so I don't have to put too much sugar. So I'm gonna mix up my dry ingredients together. Alright, now I'm gonna make a little volcano like the children say, they like to do that. Let's make a little volcano. And I can add my wet ingredients. So I have a little bit of almond milk, a little bit of oil, some applesauce to replace the eggs. You can even use a flax egg. A flax egg is something that is made out of flax meal and water to make a flax egg and to replace eggs. But I have some applesauce, so I will use that. Some vanilla extract and some almond extract for a little bit more almond flavor. And now I can mix up everything together. Alright, so now my filling is well mixed up, and you want a consistency like that, not too liquid and not too dry, very sticky. So now I can add it to my dough. Okay, so my dough is a little bit cooked. We don't want it to be too cooked. We want it to be a little bit more firm. That's why we put it in the oven a little bit. And now I gotta take off my chickpeas. Alright, so that's how it is. And now I can put the filling inside. And it smells so good. I love the smell of almonds. That's just a perfect recipe for fall. So in France, this recipe, we call it tarte Bardaloue. You gotta say it, tarte Bardaloue. So, or you can just say Pear almond pie. That's easier. Alright, so we put our filling and we're gonna start poaching our pears. Alright, I wanna make it beautiful. So now we are ready to add our pears inside. So we're gonna try to put it in a very beautiful way to make a nice, beautiful pie. You can put it in any way you want, so I just like to put it this way. Alright, so I like to make a beautiful decoration like this. It's like a little star. And I like to put a little bit of maple syrup. You don't have to, but I like to put it so it makes a nice caramelized texture on top. And it's a little bit more shiny. Alright, that's it. So now I can put it in the oven, and then I'm gonna toast some almonds and put them at the top, and that's it. So now I'm gonna toast a little bit of almond slices, so I can put them on my pie. So just for a few minutes to toast them until they are a little bit brown, but not too much, and you're gonna enhance their flavor. So how do I know when my almonds are toasted? They smell very good, and some of them are a little bit brownish like that. And also, if you try them, they are nice and crunchy and very tasty. Alright, so our pie is cooked and it's so nice, and you can see it's a little bit shiny because of the maple syrup. So now I'm gonna add my toasted almond sliced. I don't need to put a lot, but just a little bit. It's gonna give a extra crunch to the pie and a nice decoration. And I like to put a little bit of icing, sugar, to give it a nice, beautiful touch at the end. And that's it. That's it. So here is how you make the Bardaloue tarte. So we hope that you get inspired by all these fall sweet treat recipes, and that you will try to make them in your house with your family. It can be very fun. And as promised, the recipes, you can find all the details of the recipes on the Ants Talent app. So I'm gonna write it down here or somewhere at the bottom of this video. It's Ants Talents, and you can download the app. You can go on antstalents.com to get more information, to download the app, and you can find many delicious plant-based recipes, and go in the fall section and you will find the recipes there. So we hope you were blessed, and we talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
You try it now. Tastes good, right?
make sure to try this at your home.
If you don't want to buy processed, if you don't want to buy processed ones, you can make this.
All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call my beautiful wife to come and partake of this delicious fall drink with me. Hey, honey, come here. Let's.
Hey, I'm here. I was so far away from
So-
you. I'm glad that you called me.
That's right. So I have a delicious pumpkin spice latte for you
Wow.
with
awesome.
cafes. You know
Yeah.
how I love cafes.
Yes,
All
you
right.
didn't use the coffee.
Nope, I didn't use coffee. Is
Okay.
your thing.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like coffee.
So tell me what you think.
Yum.
Have a dip and tell me what you think.
Whipped cream and maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Enjoy, right?
We don't need to buy that outside.
Nope.
And just make it at home.
There's no need for Starbucks here.
Oh, that's so good.
That's right. And pretty soon the kids are gonna come down when they see us with this. We're gonna have to get them some drinks too.
Hey, cameraman. This is my husband. Can you say tarte Bardaloue?
Tarte Bardaloue.
Tarte Bardaloue.
Bardaloue.
No, I said it too. Tarte Bardaloue. You gotta say Bardaloue with the R. Yeah.
Can't wait to try this spice, so we're gonna try it right now. Let's try, guys. Mm-hmm.
This is the best.
This is good.
It's very good.
You know what? This is the best.
We hope that you enjoy this video and the recipe, and we hope that you will try this recipe and do think about it and consider this recipe. Remember that whatever you eat, whatever you drink, and whatever you do
all
to the glory of God.
I love you and bye bye. Love you.